Okay, slight change of plans. I've decided to rehair a 3/4 cello bow. We're going to go with this instead. So the next step is what we want to do is we want to cut the hairs, and you want to cut it leaving at least a couple of inches on either end, on both ends. So go ahead and take your sharp scissors and cut, leaving yourself a little bit of leeway there. Up there, and then also on the other side, on the frog side, leave yourself a few inches here. Okay, let's get rid of that hair. Not flying around everywhere. Okay, now we want to remove the plug at the top here, at the tip. And the way that we're going to do that is you can take some needle nose pliers and wrap the hairs around the pliers going towards the tip like this. And just keep turning like this. Now, some plugs will give easier and some will be more difficult. If they're more difficult, you can take your box cutter knife and cut around the plug to loosen it up a little. You want to be very careful not to break the tip of your bow when doing this. You can also add a bit more leverage by placing a piece of wood. In this case, I just have a clothes clip here. And so what you want to do is turn it going towards the tip, pulling the plug out. And just be careful that this plug doesn't go flying out, this little plug right here, because you want to try to keep that if possible. There, I heard it click. So let's go ahead and give it a look and see. Yeah, it pulled out pretty good. So we'll just see if it, by fingering, take it out. Okay, good. Now you want to keep this. You want to keep this wedge, or this plug here. Put this in a safe place. Alright. Now, what fell out on the other end is, just to show you, is the hair, and it's been tied there and glued. Alright, we can throw that away. Going to the other end here, to the heel of the bow, we want to remove this ferrule right here. Now, we don't want to put a lot of stress on the stick, so we're going to go ahead and just take the frog off for now, because some of these ferrules can be really difficult to get off. Just unscrew the bow. Set the stick aside and just work on the frog for a sec. Okay, so there's the ferrule. And you want to just, rock it back and forth and just pull on it. Some of these can be really beastly to get off, so you just gotta have to work at it. So you see it's giving a little bit in here. Now, underneath the ferrule, there is a piece of wood here, a wedge, right here. You want to keep that, so let's go ahead and just keep working it off. Be patient with it. You don't want to break the ebony. It's coming off. There. Okay, so the ferrule and also the wooden piece beneath it, the other wedge, hold on to these as well. So we'll set those in a safe place. Okay, now you'll see the abalone shell here, the abalone. And this is actually a slide. This slides off. So by pressing against it like this, you'll see that it slides forward. Again, some bows can be very tricky to do this, and you may need to just be patient with it, and it'll just slide right off. Put that in a safe place as well. And then underneath you'll see that there's another plug here. And there's the hairs, and then behind the hairs there's a plug, or a wedge, right here. So you can use exactly the same technique that we did for the tip, in which you take your pliers and loop it towards the frog like this, and use that leverage to pull this out. Now be very careful when you're doing this that the plug doesn't go flying out, because it'll just go, that little piece of wood will just go jetting out. So just gently turn. I felt it give a little bit. There we go. Let's see. There. And you want to keep this as well. Put that in a safe place. I think it's reusable. Okay, and then the plug comes out on this side. I mean the tip of the hair. There we go. Throw that away. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the hair, and we'll go ahead and cut us off a certain amount of hair.